All right, here we go again. It's the same thing as Strzok and Trump. They were allowed to look at Trump, but they can only go so far. They went past where they were supposed to go. So you can only look where you have a reason to look. A judge will tell you that it's obviously not bribery. A judge will tell you that it's obviously not some sort of fugitive flight. Right. The federal government probably has no interest in it based upon, constitutional law. So at a certain point, I think Strzok and the other agents said, well, let's pull out. Right. Because they realized it was moving too far in without a basis, a valid basis. So in essence, you could be sued. Even running anything. First, before you run anything, you got to find a reason to do it. Right. A senator asks you is not a reason. That's called politics. And that's why I use the word politics or political service. There's just no reason. Now, if you start running everything about the people that are involved, you end up being sued. Just because the senator asked us. Well, it's not lawful reason to do anything unless there's something there. Obviously, if those, 15, 20 Democrats are responsible, or are not responsible, are guilty of being bribed, or even the appearance of bribery, then every single politician in the United States needs to be investigated for bribery. So again, you're opening Pandora's box. There's no doubt that if those Democratic Party members are investigated for bribery, then Donald Trump himself needs to be investigated for bribery. You don't want to open that Pandora's box, I'm telling you. Right. Well, you're not going to be in power forever. Again, you thought the same thing in like 2017. And you carried yourself inappropriately by entering into the gang thing.
Thank you, Larry.
I call it goose gander. They'll goose gander you. Right. The federal government has no interest. Obviously, they're public. They're with, I guess, the government of Illinois, most of them, if not all of them. Right. I mean, just think what you're asking. I mean, of all the fundraising schemes that each and every one of you has come up with in your political career, what are you all talking about? Right. Somebody's setting you all up. Well, you're only allowed to go so far, and I don't even know if you can start the investigation. I mean, you can agree to look at it, but I don't even know if you can run any of them in the computer. You have to find a reason to run them in the computer. Right. My brain. Look at the judge will shit on you. I'm just telling you. Well, I know government money is not real money to most of you, if not all of you. But unless it's yours, right? Right. But I'm telling you, it's going to cost. I'm just telling you, if you think bribery based upon what's going on in Texas there, then you're all condemning yourselves. That's how it works, really. Well, you've been lucky, that's true, and Donald Trump will probably leave Earth before anything ever happens to him. But again, that was the worst 4 years of his life. Yeah, you know, he's the big loser because he's the biggest loser because he got all that money. That's the worst 4 years of Donald Trump's life. And you all got many, many years left. I agree, Larry. We all agree, Larry. I'll tell you the truth, if he has health problems now, I guarantee those 4 years led to those health problems. The same way they did shit to me. Right. So just be careful. I don't think federal interest is really there. Well, it's obviously a political issue. And the judges aren't stupid today. Good, Larry. We agree. You can do all things, but all things aren't expedient. Always remember that. Right. Now it's stirred up again. The heat's out there. The humidity's out there. Right. I guarantee it doesn't feel like this in Indiana or Ohio. Right. It's just nasty. It's plain old nasty here. I agree, Larry. And, you know, there's probably a gazillion milligrams of mold in the air. Right. I checked in with some people, and because I thought, is it just me? And I said, it wasn't like this last year, was it? Like, no. It wasn't like this the year before, no. Right. It's like being in the swamp in Louisiana. It's probably even worse here, right? Like, actually in Florida. Like in Florida, it can get humid and hot like this, but there's like a breeze that comes off the ocean. And it travels inland quite a bit. And there's not as many allergens. Right. And the thing about allergens, it's like an unintelligent system. Generally, I mean, some will have the felt effect, but I found that at times inaccurate also. But there's they're talking about the amount of an allergen. They're not telling you the effects of that amount, because different allergens, and again, different people are different, so that'll be there, but different allergens carry different levels of allergicness. I forget what they call allergenity or allergenicity, whatever they call it. So you could have a low-level allergen and be the higher effect than when you have a high day. The thing is, Americans are plagued with that, and the government has not moved forward to make that a smarter and better system of detection. So again, you know, it's not politically expedient at this point, so they don't do it. Or financially expedient. I don't think they care about politically expedient once they get in office. So again, just be careful, because I don't think you're even allowed to run them in the computer at this point. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God in all to do. Praise God.